Mhm. Hello, 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 everybody. I think it's working. Oh my goodness. If you can see and hear me, give me a thumbs up or say yes in the chat, just so that I know I'm not just talking to myself. So far, no response. Not looking good. All right, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The micro has one dot. Hmm. All right. Let's see here. I don't know what that is. Well, I don't think people can hear me, but I have no idea why, because it should be connected to my computer audio. Ah, goodness gracious. This might be an utter fail. Can anyone see or hear me? Yay! I'm so excited. Yes, it's working. I'm shocked. Oh, this is exciting. This is exciting. All right. Hello, Becky. Hello, Carol. Carol, you took your melatonin. Oh, no. Usually you have 30 minutes before it really kicks in. So hopefully you can hang in here. I don't think this is going to be longer than that, but we'll see how it goes. Lori, good to see you. Love you, Lori. Lori comments all the time. Carrie, hey, hey, good to see you. Lynn, oh, hi, Lynn. Good to see you too. Bonaduck, oh, you just discovered my channel a week ago. You love my take on things. Thank you. I feel honored. All right, German Shepherd lady. Love it. Love German Shepherds. Love me any kind of dog, really. Amy Wheeler, good to see you. Aaron, hi. Super Jessica, yay, you can hear me. Whiskey River, how you doing, Whiskey River? 714. You comment a lot in my stuff. I appreciate you being here. All right. Um, oh, Becky, if we are in slow mode, it isn't letting us respond quickly. Let me see if I can change you out of slow mode. I'm a little scared. I don't want to get out of the stream altogether. Pam, hello. Oh, Temiluhu. Is that how you pronounce your name? Oh, that's kind of cute. Hello. Just scrapping. Good to see you. Love to scrap myself. Hi, Chris. Oh, you're new too. Well, welcome. Welcome. And this is our very first live chat. So, everyone who's new, this is all new. Never done a live. Never done a live. And in fact, recently just got a microphone. So the audio will be better on all of my videos as well as the live chat once I figure out how to get that set up. All right, let me hit manage and see if I can change. I might have to do it in my back studio. Let me open up another tab. I'm so excited you're here and this is working. I'm just giddy. All right, let me go in my YouTube studio and see if I can go to settings and I think it's under community. Community. All right, live. There's the people I've blocked. Okay. So, if you've written a lot of nasty things and you're not getting through on the chat, that's why you've been blocked. There's only 3 people in there. So chances are it's not you. Don't worry. I'm sure the people who were nasty enough aren't showing up in my life, but maybe. I mean, can't understand the kind of people that would do that to begin with, so they might be the people that show up on lives too. Permissions, maybe no. Well, you know what? Oh, wait, maybe here. Oh, no, no, that's not it. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna have to look into that afterwards in terms of if the chat is moving slow. I apologize. I'll have to figure out how to go into settings at another time. Um, moderation activity. Moderation activity will be shown. Well, I don't have a moderator here. I probably shouldn't announce that. Um, but I figured who's going to be here? Who do we need to moderate, right? All right. I should go back. I'm going to go through and answer some of the questions. I did not expect as many questions as came through, but we'll chat and talk about it. Becky, you started off with you would think that he would be, wouldn't you? I think that there was conversation that was happening before my chat started registering. So, um, let me know if there was a question or if that's just a comment about anger and bitterness that stems from the fact that his carefully crafted image is out the window and people can now see who he really is. Well, isn't that the truth? I'm kind of here for it. I'm loving the crumbling of the fortress in front of me. I mean, there's a little evil side to my heart. I've told you that. There's the good side that just enjoys the show and all that. And then there's the evil side that likes to stick it to Robin and Cody. So, but I don't really have an evil side for the rest of the sister wives. I really don't. I will admit, a lot of you love Mary. I did not like Mary for a very long time. I felt like she was a whiner. She just always seemed to complain and yeah, her voice was like this. And I couldn't connect with her at all. And actually, this is going to, let's get right into it. This is going to answer one of the questions because I didn't read them all, but I kind of eyeballed them ahead of time. And somebody did ask, do I like all the sister wives or do I have a favorite or has it changed over time? And the truth is, I instantly connected with Christine from season one, episode one. The fact that she was not liking Robin coming into the family, and it seemed like she wasn't being heard by the rest of the sister wives or by Cody, I just instantly just felt empathy and sympathy for her. And I think because of that, I've kind of liked her all the way. She can be over the top. I will give you that. And during those moments, she gets on my nerves. But all in all, um, she is a glass half full kind of person as opposed to a glass half empty, which feels a little bit more Mary. I still love Mary now, but like in the early years. Um, but that's changed over time. And Janelle to me was always very neutral. Never liked Robin. I didn't like Robin from the second she entered the show. And that has not changed at all. Well, no, I take that back. After she gave birth to Solomon, was it? When she offered to carry a baby for Mary, I cried. I cried during that episode. I did. I just thought, and it was the music and, they edited it very well and all that. But I just thought that was the one point that I thought, maybe she's not so bad. And then I flipped back pretty quickly. I don't remember that lasting for very long, but I did have a Robin reprieve for at least an episode, before going back to hating her again. So, yeah, so that's where I stand with all of them. And Cody, I didn't mind him so much at the beginning. He's too, like, goofy for me. Like, I couldn't be around him for a long period of time, but I thought that he did a fairly good job of trying to get around because of his ADHD and having to be everywhere. I felt like it kind of served him well given the situation with the wives and all the kids of always having to go around. Although it's interesting to do a rewatch, which we'll have to do at some point and just do a live rewatch and maybe do them live like this where you guys can comment too. But he looking back on it now, I think I think he was running around like a chicken with his head cut off. I thought he was actually doing something, going somewhere, being productive. I don't think so anymore. Mm-mm. No, don't think so anymore. All right, so let me flip through some of the chat that's going on here first, and then I'll go ahead and um, read some of the questions and answer them. And if you have any other questions, just keep throwing them in chat. And as Becky pointed out, we might be in slow mode. I'm not sure how to take it out of slow mode. So that's something I'm going to have to look at after this. You know what? Let me make a note of all the things I need to fix before we start our book club. My book is still not here. All right. Um, Slow mode for chat. Got it. Okay. Um, okay, Chris, I think I said hi to you. You're new. That's great. That's wonderful. Oh, it keeps pushing forward. I have to keep scrolling back. Carrie Key, hello, Betty B. I'm glad that you like that this is a live chat. I'm kind of excited too. I was really excited. You know what? I was really excited today, and then I started, doing more YouTube videos and that to kind of look at the back office and make sure that like I was able to connect live and just do all that stuff. And then it started making me really nervous. So I honestly didn't get in front of the computer until 15 minutes before we had to go live, maybe even less. No, I went and got a drink at 15 minutes. It was like less than 10 minutes before we went live. I actually sat down and opened it up and everything because I started getting nervous. I don't know why. I'm very excited. I'm excited again. I'm not nervous anymore. Now it's fun. I guess I was nervous that it just wouldn't work. And there for a minute, it looked like it wouldn't. So I'm thinking I'm on a delay from you. And that's why I was saying hello, hello. And nobody in the chat was saying anything. I'm like, can you see me? Can you hear me? Um, so if I'm delayed at responding to you, it's probably why. I think I'm ahead of you. I love your breakdown of Cody speak. That's what made me a subscriber. Oh, hummingbird. So have you watched the Mormonism live? Like the first one or two was one of the first videos I ever did. So they're pretty rough. Grant me some grace. I think I even had some like background music, but it was just like it was like an organ or something, and it's really kind of obnoxious and annoying. But I deleted all the original stuff, so it's all one track now and saved together, audio and video. So I can't take it out anymore. So you just have to suffer through the humming sound that's underneath that I thought would add something. I guess I don't know what. But you guys, honestly, I mean, I said it after I posted today's. You guys are sadistic in making me continue to review Cody's language on these Mormonism live things. It is maddening. I honestly started sweating after the last one because it was half brain power trying to work and figure out exactly what he said versus what he meant to say maybe, and sometimes I don't even think he knows what he means to say. I think words just come out. And The other part of it was just frustration, realizing he thinks he's so smart, and it just is irritating, isn't it? So irritating to me. So it just drives me nuts. But there's another one of the Mormonism lives coming out soon because you'll see I'll have the same shirt on. I went and got a drink. I cooled down and I came back, a cool drink, and I did another section of it. So I haven't edited it yet, but that'll be out within the next week. I'm glad you enjoy them. It's torture for me, but I'm glad you enjoy it. All right. Did you see the rumor today that Cody doesn't want David Woolley on the show? I did see like a thumbnail. I was at the doctor's office today and I was scrolling through my phone while I was waiting, and I didn't have my earphones with me. So it was on YouTube. So I couldn't click on it. And it was just a really busy day for me. I had a lot going on. Got my hair colored, got a cut shorter. Um, had some doctor's appointments, I had to run errands, I had a lot to do today. And, so I haven't but let me know, write in the chat, if you think it's true. Do you really think that, who you know what? That may have been, whose podcast did I see that on? I wanna say it's, James, My Take on Reality. I wanna say it may have been his that I saw it because I do follow him, so that his would have popped up on my feed. But I know nothing about it, so share with me anything you know. Um, Amy Wheeler, my comments show up as Amy Beth. Oh, you're Amy Beth. Hi, Amy Beth, or Amy Wheeler, aka Wheeler. Um, so excited that you're here. That's fantastic. Okay. Um, all right, Lynn, your message was retracted. I hope you took that out. I did click a button when I set it up to hold comments that seem like they could be spam or inappropriate, just because I don't want my channel taken down, and I don't have a moderator, and this isn't multiple people talking at one time, so I thought that would be a smart thing to do. But I looked at like 3 or 4 videos on where to find them because 'cause they're like, "You can always go through them and then decide to accept them," but they never said where they go or what happens to them. Lynn, I hope that your message didn't get restricted. I hope you literally just retracted it. All right, Brooke, good to see you, Brooke. Will you tell us about your background in speech pathology? You crack me up when you break down Cody's speech. You see, you too, right? My background in speech pathology. I have a master's degree in speech language pathology. It's what I got right out of high school. I went to undergrad and got a degree in speech language pathology and audiology, with also a teaching certificate along with it. And then I went on to get a master's degree in just speech language pathology. And so I worked in the schools always. I worked for 13 summers at an Easter Seals camp in Virginia, in Newcastle, Virginia, about 10 miles up the mountain from Roanoke, if you're in that area. So they had a residential camp, and I ran the speech therapy component of that at that camp for 13 summers, and that was wonderful. Working in the school system allowed me to do that. That was a dream job because they were individual one-on-one. In the schools, you could have a group of 6 kids at a time, and then every 20 minutes you get another 6 kids. It's crazy in the schools. But right now, I work for a company that places OTs, PTs, and speech into for kids who go to school through Ohio Virtual Academy. So they're all online school kids. And I do speech therapy for those kids. And they're online for a multitude of reasons. A lot of my kids talk about bullying in the schools and bullying on the school bus. They live in not great areas, in urban parts of Ohio. And so they chose to stay home. And I have like 2 kids who are really, really socially awkward. And I think they probably just struggled. They probably were bullied too, but they wouldn't share that with me. So we work on just communication stuff in general. Um, and then I have some kids that oh, what are all the different reasons they could there's a bunch of different reasons why they go online and take schools, and, my heart breaks for all of them, and some of them go back to the school. Some of them, they moved and they don't like the school district that they were in, so they chose to just go online for a year, and then they moved again, and they go to there's a whole bunch a myriad of reasons. I would say the majority I have a couple kids who have severe just a lot of medical issues. One of my kids has autism and but then a myriad of other physical ailments too, and he can barely walk and gets gout and you name it, a whole bunch of stuff. And so he's homeschooled. He's my trickiest kid to do online school with. He's a 12th grader in high school. And I have another girl that just has everything, everything. You know how sometimes in life, you know those people who everything happens to them and you just go, "Why, God, why?" Like, it just doesn't seem fair. And you just feel like, well, and I told this one girl, I'm like, God built you to be a warrior and you're so strong. And she is a great example of a kid with a positive attitude that just has so many medical issues. So because she's so medically fragile, she does online schooling. So that's the whole story of speech. I'm still in it. I did step away for some years while I was raising my three kids. And then before coming back to it, I did 5 years of teaching English as a second language to kids in China online. So that's where I started to get familiar with the online platform. And that was before COVID, because I knew all about COVID before y'all did, because all my kids in China were home and they wanted speech therapy around the clock because their parents were pulling their hair out with their kids in their house all the time. So all right, Mary. Hello, Mary. Mary. Mary's name is spelled Merry. Isn't that beautiful? All right. All right. Becky, you have to wait 3 minutes between remarks. Oh, I'm so sorry. I will fix that for the next live chat. I will. I will. So we have slow mode and then also wait time. I remember reading about that. I don't remember choosing anything, so it may be the default between um, posts because there is somewhere where you can restrict how often somebody can post. We don't have that many people. As far as I'm concerned, you can post as much as you want. So if you have to wait 3 minutes, I apologize. All right. Um, Carrie Ball, her name is different too. I wish I could make it the same. I don't know. I know there's a setting in YouTube to do that, but I'm not sure what it is because you can set up your name from like your email and then you set up your name as your profile too. But I'm not the expert on that. All right, loud and clear. Thank you, Betty B. Um, oh, it keeps scrolling past. I have to scroll back. I apologize. You love my explanations. Thank you. I have the gift to gab, so I appreciate it when people do say, I really enjoy your channel and yours, because sometimes I feel like I just ramble, which is probably partly why I also insert some audio video clips. Who wants to keep hearing me? I can't imagine. Um, Christine Stewart. Hello, Christine Stewart. Hi, Jenny. You're from NoCal. Oh, how far up north are you? Let's see. What is your concern about Brianna's kiss on the lips when she was 17? Thanks. You're awesome. Thanks. You're awesome too. Um, very concerning. Very concerning because she was 17. And I will say, I was raised, my family is they're from Austria, they're very European. My grandmother didn't speak a lick of English when she came over here, and grandparents on both sides are German, so I'm very German. And um, a lot of the European traditions, they kiss on the lips. So when I was being raised from the original generation, we're like the grandparents of everyone, but for like the first 15 years of my life, everybody, I know it seems really bizarre. I don't want to say 15 years, first 10 years of my life. We all kissed on the lips, cousins, aunts, uncles, grandmas, grandpas, everybody. It feels very weird now. I get that because I would never, and I didn't raise my kids that way. But um, yeah, it's creepy. And the fact that she was 17 and the fact that he's not her biological father, that's the creepiest part about it. So yeah, I'm not for it, not at all. Amy, you're still on slow mode. Amy, I'm scared you're going to be stuck on slow mode. I don't know if I'm going to be able to figure out. I don't see any buttons that are showing up here. So I probably have to go back in something. And I'm really scared about kicking you all out and then not being able to get back in. But I will fix it for the next live chat, I promise. Um, my cat Maxim. Oh, hello, my cat Maxim. I think that's the first time I've seen your name. Mary had no sex for over 10 years, and then she was strung along by Cody for years. I think we should feel sad for her. 100%. 100%. And we know now from everything Mary has said is she stayed and stayed and stayed because that she was indoctrinated into it. Like That's what she knew. This is what you should do. You're not supposed to, and you forfeit positioning in heaven. I don't think you forfeit going to heaven in their faith, but I know there's accolades and levels and everything. And so she really felt like she needed to stay in that marriage. And I think she still loved Cody. I don't think, I know she still loved Cody. So yeah, he strung her along for a long time, and I do feel sad for her. Um, Lynn, you missed the middle seasons. Well, at some point where I'm gonna start back season 1, episode 1, we'll watch it all together. So let me know if you want me to do them live like this, where I'll just tell you go on TLC Go and start watching it, and we'll watch it kind of in silence. Or you know what? I can have the audio on. I am 90 some percent sure that I can still play the audio from the show, I just can't play the video. So I could have it so that you can still hear it. It may be a little muffled, but rather than being in complete silence, you could at least listen, or listen and try to match it up with, your streaming platform too. But if you don't have access to go back or you don't have access to it at all, you could at least listen to what's happening on the show. So that's a possibility that we could pick a day and time every week and just do another episode and then chat about it. All right, Dee Dee. Oh, you're doing a rewatch now. I know it's crazy to do a rewatch now after season 17 and 18. I mean, really crazy because of all the things that Cody's been saying and Robin, really. Well, all of them, really, to go back and see how much they lied in those early years, like everything was great. They really put on an act. They did. They did. All right. How do you feel about Tony, Aspen, and McKelty? You're trying to get half the people to hate me here, right, Hummingbird Bee? All right. I will just be very honest here. I love Aspen. I have always loved Aspen. She's always been one of my favorites, but she's featured very little. I just think that everything she says is well thought out. You can see from the look in her eyes a lot of times she does the side eye and that you can tell she's thinking things, but she doesn't always say it. What I would give for Aspen to do a Patreon, basically. I was going to say a tell all book, but for her to be able to ask and answer questions and be forthcoming with it, I think would be amazing. The other one that would be amazing, I don't think Logan would be he would share because he wants nothing to do with the show and all that. But I really think that Maddie would spill the beans. I mean, she's already let it be known she won't allow her kids to be around Cody. So she's got a lot of she's always had a lot of opinions. I just had that on a recent video. I think I've already posted it where I said, Maddie just speaks her mind. And Maddie, I wasn't a huge fan of growing up because she seemed really bratty. But again, hindsight, going back and looking at it now, I'm like, yeah, Maddie, yeah, that's pretty rotten what they're doing and how they're smashing you all into that house and how they're making you do this. And these are teenagers. They want to hang out with their friends. And anyway, Tony, I'm not a fan. Not a fan. And since I recently just did that other video where I went back and found the clip of what he said about the how Cody should take a second mortgage out on his home to pay for his and McKelty's wedding. That wasn't the only creepy thing he said there. He had the whole tampon comment in the bathroom. Somebody give me a tampon because he was in a woman's bathroom. I'm like, it's like a very, it's not even middle school humor. It's almost like late elementary school, early middle school humor that he thinks is funny. I don't know. There could be a little bit of a cultural barrier in there because I noticed going back and watching the episode that his grammar was terrible. And like substituting the wrong pronouns, my for me, and that kind of stuff. The basic English as a second language type of mistakes that people would make, which I don't hear at all from him now. So maybe being so insulated in his world, um, I don't know. I'm making excuses for him. I know. I shouldn't. I just think he's really immature. I really do. And I he has too much of an opinion about things in the shows, and from what I heard, it's the same way on McKelty's Patreon, so, at some point, I'll go back through some of them now that I'm following her Patreon and watch some of the things they've posted in the past because people have commented to me that they think that he talks over her, he interrupts her, he corrects her, and it's almost always in defense of Cody. So, if that's true, then I like him even less. But the last couple times I've seen him on Patreon, he hasn't said much of anything. He's been very quiet and just kinda nodding and, was in defense of Christine when, Cody made the comment that Christine was trying to pit her kids against him, and he's like, "No, no, she doesn't do that." So, what I've seen as of late hasn't been that bad, but then he hasn't been on it that much lately either, it's been just McKelty. So, I'll go back and check out. Slow mode's making it hard. I'm so sorry. Is a book club doing the Sister Wives book? Yes. I ordered it like a week and a half ago. So at some point it's coming in. And we'll do that live. I'm going to do a live read and then we can all comment about it and we won't be in slow mode. So the commenting will go quicker. All right. Kat, be kind. No reason to be nervous. Oh, thank you. I'm not nervous anymore. I'm excited now. Thanks, Kat. All right. The 3-minute wait is making me chomp at the bit. Oh my goodness. Sorry, I have allergies. I don't know what I'm allergic to because too I'm too scared to go get the whole allergy testing, but I mean they're not significant. I just get a runny nose. Um, all right. Robbie lost me with the wedding dress lie. Oh yeah, that was golden when that one got revealed, wasn't it? I couldn't even believe it. She just straight up lied right there. There's 2 lies she did at these tell-alls, right? There was the ring and then the wedding dress. Straight up lie, like it's a fact. Like, now you have to question everything that comes out of her mouth because she said it with such, mm, like like, now what's the word? Like, such insistence. Like, it was the god honest truth. Yeah, that wedding dress thing was ridiculous. And then to go back and see her, like, nodding as he's explaining that he picked out the dress, and she's nodding, and now she's saying, "No, that's not true, it didn't happen." And for her to admit, I didn't want him to tell you to preserve the experience for him and I, and also for us and the wives," and, uh, why? Because it happened. I just and never during those seasons earlier on or when they were probing him or that did she say, "Well, he didn't actually pick out the dress. He was just there helping me, just like you girls were." She said nothing to the effect, so he picked the dress. She's the worst. Um, Tammy Lou Who. Cody drives me crazy. Yes. Betty Mary's business ventures are really sketchy. I think, well, Lulu right? Lulu. Which one is it? Lulu, right? Um, I'm sorry, you can't comment because it's gonna take 3 minutes for it to post. So sorry. Um, it's been on, like, Netflix and that, hasn't it? That pyramid scheme of how they make them buy all this inventory and have it. I went to one of those parties once, and I was so disappointed. I went as a favor to a friend, and I thought, "Oh, it'll be nice to have some nice soft leggings." And the fabric was really soft. There was not one print there that I liked. They were all ugly AF. And I just kept looking through, and then like, "Oh, but then there's shirts," but the shirts were just like tent shirts that you would wear over the leggings. And so I'm like, "I don't know if I'll wear the shirt without the leggings," and they were all like $40 or something like that, and of course, at the time, I was just like, "I don't spend $40 on any item of clothing." So I'm like, oh, I ended up buying 1 pair of leggings. I think I wore them once. They were in my closet for about 4 or 5 years, and then they went to Goodwill. They were very soft, but it just drove me nuts that these were my only choices, and now I know from watching the documentary, these were my choices because they have to buy the inventory and they just sell what's in front of them. It's not like it's a catalog that you can order online or that they can order it for you. It's a really weird business model. So you're at the mercy of the taste of the consultant who's buying the clothes to sell to you. And this consultant, no taste, none. All right. Um, let's see here. You can hear it. He makes no sense. We love the breakdowns. Thank you, Dee Dee. James, yes. Thank you, Kim. It is James. I enjoy listening to James. I haven't been since I started my channel. I have not been watching as many YouTubers talk about sister wives and as I would like to, or even sometimes by the time I watch it and take notes on it, record a video of it, do the editing of it, like I need a Sister Wives break. And so, like, putting on more Sister Wives talk isn't always relaxing for me because I mean, let's face it, like my blood pressure goes up with every video that I make. Now, analyzing Cody's speech is the worst, but he does something dumb or Robin does something dumb in every video. So, sometimes I just need a break. And so, like, my mental relaxation right now is Yellowstone. I finally started Yellowstone. I found out on a fluke that my Spectrum, which they never told me that. I've had Spectrum for like, I don't know how long, like a year or something like that. And apparently you get a year of free Peacock with Spectrum. Never told me. You also get 3 months of free Apple TV. Never told me that either. I went to sign up for Apple TV once and put my email address in, and you got 3 free months for having Spectrum. You would think they would tell you this, but I guess not because they probably have to pay for it for you. Anywho, so I started watching Yellowstone since I have the Peacock um, subscription for a year. And that's sort of my relaxation at the end of the day now. Although, as I fall asleep, I put on Sister Wives Talk. I need like noise to fall asleep. And so I do fall asleep to podcasts. But I don't get them all because I'm asleep by the time it's halfway through. All right. Becky, the 3-minute wait is putting a real crimp in my shoot from the hip sarcastic style. Becky, you do have a great sarcastic style. I do appreciate it. I'm so sorry. I'm just gearing you up so that you can go full effect when we do the book club. Oh, goodness. Uh, uh, let's see. It was my take on reality that had the bit about not wanting to film with David. I thought so. My take on reality. I thought that I saw that in the JPEG. I'll have to go click on it and watch it. But if anybody watched it and um, knows what his source was for finding out that Cody doesn't want to film with David, does not surprise me. I'm not saying I'm not denying it at all. Like it kind of fits, right? And one would believe that, but I would love if like he pitched a fit or something about it and producers leaked that he's a problem because we saw that this season, didn't we? He's starting to come unraveled more than usual. And I think, and I had this in another video, I think he's been difficult all along. And it's just now the producers are over him and they're starting to air the stuff. Those little parts of him, like, I'm not going to talk about this, and I'm not, and his obstinate behavior. I love that they're showing it now. I love it. It's like a little peek behind the screen. All right. Cody's great at word salad. Oh, I gotta go back. They went so far ahead here. Okay. I'm so sorry. We are not going to get to the questions in the thing, are we? Okay. I'll make a point to, I'll try to incorporate the ones I've read so far into here. Um, Hi, Mary. Temmie Lou Who, when I type a comment, I don't know if it's showing up. It's showing up. It's in slow mode. I don't know. I can click on the 3 right buttons next to it, but no, none of the options are to get out of slow mode. So my bad. It was a default, I think. I don't think I would have, I know I wouldn't have done that intentionally. Um, would you please offer your speech therapy services to Cody and Sabin? Yeah, they could really use some help with cohesive sentences. You're right, Aaron. 100%. Honestly. All right. Purple, you made it. Yay. Hi, Dee Dee. All right. Lori lived in Ohio for about 2 years. Oh, by Yellow Springs. Oh, Yellow Springs. There was a plant in Yellow Springs that made Creative Memories albums. Um, or was it in Yellow Springs? Isn't Yellow Springs where Dave Chappelle lives? I'm pretty sure Yellow Springs is where Dave Chappelle lives. Let me know. You would know that if you lived there for a little bit. I'm like 90% sure it's Yellow Springs. 95% sure that's where Dave Chappelle lives. All right. Um, all right. Can you tell me anything about 9/11? What do you want to know about 9/11? What do you want to know, Jevil? Let me know what you want to know. Um, what do you talk about the big picture? Yes, the big picture, as opposed to picture. He doesn't have that C in there at all. As the other ones don't either. And I did see in one of my comments, somebody wrote that they're from Utah and that's a common dialect there in Utah. So I guess it's hard to break habits, but you would think since he uses it so much, he would learn to say the word correctly. It's not a picture, it's a picture. All right. Wonder what his fascination with Kool-Aid is. All right. Hi from Paradise, California. Oh, hello, Paradise, California. That's up north, right? Right? Is that what that is? I know a little bit about California, but not a lot. All right. Jenny, I enjoy your platform, how you interact with us. James says that too. Glad you watch him. We're all on a 3-minute wait. I apologize. Hi from St. Louis. Love your show. Oh, I love St. Louis. St. Louis is an awesome city. I took my kids there once on the way to taking my daughter to an animal camp in Rolla, Missouri. And so we stopped for the night in St. Louis because that was about, I want to say it was probably 9 hours from where we live. And we spent the night there. And then we spent like 2 or 3 nights there. And they have a free zoo, they have a free art museum, they have this great outdoor musical theater in the summer that's really affordable. And actually, the first time I went, we went and sat in the free seats up in the back. And then I bought tickets every time we went after that. But um, there's so much free stuff in St. Louis to do, which I think is amazing and wonderful that the city does that. I work remotely, Mimi says. Hi, Mimi. Watch your videos during the day. Aw, you always make me laugh out loud. Thanks. Your take on this nut job, Cody. Yeah, isn't that the truth? All right, Tempe, Arizona. Hi, Diana. Tempe, Tempe. I'm trying to picture where Tempe is in Arizona. Isn't that closer to Phoenix, Tempe? Am I right? Is it like kind of over from Phoenix to the right or to the left? Maybe I'm thinking of a different city. I don't know. No, don't do online live rewatches. It doesn't work well. Oh, interesting, Karen. Okay. All right. Well, give me feedback because I could also just do my regular recap videos too. We don't have to do it live. Becky, about 80 miles south of you. Oh, 80 miles south of Anne. All right. Y'all chatting with each other. I love it. Aspen is absolutely beautiful. Oh my goodness. I've always thought Aspen was so beautiful, but the chiseling of her face since she lost that weight, is she not a spitting image of, why does her name escape me? Gwen Stefani's in my head. It's not Gwen Stefani. Gwyneth Paltrow. She looks so much like Gwyneth Paltrow. I mean, she could be your stand-in double, honestly. All right, I'm in for a rewatch. Okay, all right. I love getting a clip my cat in the background of some of the videos. I actually have 2 cats, and they're both sitting here right now because they get a little snack before I go to bed at night, and I get into bed and I watch my Yellowstone and I answer emails and all that right around 9:30. So they're both in here like, "What the heck is going on?" Our 9 o'clock routine has not started. Um, and so the one you probably always see, her name is Cosette. Yes, named after the Cosette in Les Mis. Not because that's our favorite character, but because my kids and our whole family just loves Les Mis as a musical. So her name is Cosette. And then there, I have another gray one that doesn't have white on it, and he will just randomly just dart through because he gets little bursts of energy. But other than that, he pretty much lays around all day. And his name is Chubbs, which is named after Nick Chubb, who is a stocky, tender-hearted, sweet man, but the most powerful running back in the NFL, and he plays for the Cleveland Browns. Um, so we named him Chubbs after him because he's the sweetest, most tender little cat, but he was a rescue, and so he has a backstory that we know nothing about, and we learned when we first brought him home that he will go after food. So now he's very gentle and all that, but the other cat will still, if he walks over to her, that's all he has to do is walk over and she like backs up. So she knows he's in charge of food. So I have 2 cats. We got him for her because she's so crazy. Because that was nuts. And I'm like, okay, we need a second cat. So we got Chubs. All right. I love seeing your perspective. Thank you, Peekaboo. Marcy, hello. It's good to see you, Marcy. See you all the time in chat, Marcy. You made it to a live, Elizabeth. Yes. Lynn said Maddie has some sense. I understand why she keeps her kids away from Cody. Yeah, right? Although I want details. I want details of why she keeps them away. I mean, I understand. I mean, I would keep my kids away from Cody too. But what has he done recently that has really made you say, my kids are not safe around him? There's something. Something went down. Something happened. Or he said something very, very hurtful. It's more than just the normal. All right. So happy you're doing a live. Thank you, Amy. I'm so glad they make you laugh, everyone. I'm really not that funny. I'm really not. But I think I do some good editing and put some funny clips in. So I'm glad you appreciate them. As I'm doing the editing, as I'm like, I'll have a thought. This is how it works. So I'm watching it. I first edit out all the pauses and everything. And then I go back and I watch it again. And as I watch it again, I when I see myself say something in my head, if I'm thinking, "Yeah, right," then I stop, and then I try to find a video clip that goes, "Yeah, right," so I can put it in there. Oftentimes, I can't find video clips for what I'm thinking in my head, so I'll find something close that's not as good, but if I find one that makes me laugh out loud, then I just get tickled. I'm like, "I can't wait till people see this." So that's how it goes. Other than that, I can't put more than 10 seconds of TLC video footage in without getting a copyright strike. So I'll get those video clips of reactions of, oh, you think so, right? Or, oh, whatever, and put them in between the videos to break it up. So if I have a 40-second long clip or a minute long clip, I have to break it up into 10-second increments. So sometimes you'll see me just pop back in and go, "Can you believe it?" And then it goes back to the clip. It's just so that I can break them up. So, YouTube. All right. Hello, Lynn Vaughn. So good to see you. Just a regular guy. Hello to you. All right. Michael, look at all of those emojis. My goodness. Oh, there's a goat over there. Oh, over there. That's Cosette. If you see any white, it's Cosette. Um, in the beginning, Robin spoke over all the ladies, Christine said, with her opinions. Yeah, like she was a wife for years, right? She was like that. She's still that way. I still say she doesn't really know polygamy because she never lived in a polygamous household ever. So how do you really know polygamy? She didn't have other kids and other wives living in there. And wasn't it her first like her real dad, her bio dad, I don't think was a polygamist at all. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong, and I'm sorry, there's a 3-minute delay. And then I think it's the stepdad that was the polygamist, right? But he had a family in the other, or I might have them reversed. Anyway, whichever one actually was, I mean, I think the first one was in the AUB church, but really they weren't, I don't think they were a polygamist, or there weren't other kids. She didn't live with them. That I know for sure. That's all I know. She didn't have to live. And so she's never had to live with other wives or other siblings and kids. So for her to say she always acts like an authority. Well, from what I talk to and the women of the church, and I'm like, how long were you ever talking to women of the church? Because once the show started, y'all were basically out of the church. So it just bugs me. I hate how she acts like she's an expert. She's very, very Robinish, very Cody-ish in that way. All right. Lisa Hauserman, hello. Good to see you. Lisa was like one of the first people to subscribe to my channel. This channel's been around since I think technically I set it up in October, but really it started in November. So not very long, which is why if you're trying to find the rest of season 18, it's not there. I thought I'd go back and fill in between, but I just, life got really busy because, then there was Thanksgiving and Christmas and everything else going on in my life. So I didn't have a chance to go back and catch up. And because if you notice, like a lot of those 1 hour um, shows, especially the talkbacks and the lookbacks and the one on ones, I will have like 4 videos covering one of those episodes because it's so maddening and I have so much to say. So the plethora of videos that I ended up putting out, I didn't have a chance to go back. I think I went back and did episode 1 of season 18 right from the very beginning and then never got a chance to go back. But one of these days I will. All right. Mace Chill, hiya. It's Danny. Danny. You know what? I love you guys when you have cool, unique YouTube names, but after you write your comment, you write your name at the end. Just do it every time because I'll forget again. But it helps me learn who everybody is because, like some of you who have your husband's names on your YouTube channel, they'll say Tom Jones, and then it'll say, oh, this is Susan. So I'm like, "Oh, hi, Susan." And it actually makes me feel better too, because sometimes when it's a guy's name, they're like, "Oh, I just love it, and you're so great," and all that, and I'm like, it feels odd if it's a guy doing it, so then when I see that they write, "Signed Susan," I'm like, oh, "Okay, I feel better." Alright, you agree about Aspen? Yes, yes. Robin lies in every tell-all and couch confessional. Yeah, doesn't she? I mean, you can tell, I mean, she hates them so much, right? Cosette, Cosette, get down. She's trying to open a closet door. That's a new one. Okay. You're a cat. You can't do that. But if you hear the noise and rattling, it's just her way up high pulling on the doorknob, trying to get it open. And why are you meowing? I know. You can't open a door. You're a cat. Did you forget? All right. Um, She hates the confessionals. She hates being asked any questions. And McKelty recently said that in one of her Patreons that she just really, really hates that. And she's been trying to pull away from it. And we saw in the talkbacks how, oh, such a pussy face on her that she just acted like a spoiled brat and refused to look at the television, look at Cody, make a comment. It's like, all right, I'm doing my obligatory if you make me be there. She doesn't want to do any of this because she's always lying. So she knows, well, if I say anything, somebody's going to say something back. Well, yeah, not if you just say the truth, Robin. That's what I want to just say to her. I just want to shake her and say, you just like put the guard down and just speak truth. And you catch more flies with honey, right? If she were at all relatable and it felt like she was being honest about what she was saying, people would start to like her, but she doesn't. All right. Um, Mary, under pressure overall. Yeah. Um, Tanner, it's your birthday. Happy birthday. Yay, happy birthday, Tanner. Um, Deep Brown, you love my channel. Oh my goodness, super chats. You make me want to cry, people. Oh, how nice of you. I saw those down below. All right, I will figure out how to get those posted on the screen too when I get to them. Love your chat, love your channel. Oh, MZLNDIC. I don't know how to pronounce that, but thank you. Greetings from Turkey. Karamsar. Is that how you pronounce your name? No, well, sorry to pronounce it in America. I'm sure it's pronounced much cooler than that. But thank you for. I'm curious in Turkey. What time is it in Turkey? Thank you for checking in and saying hello. All right. Oh, you heard. Okay. Peekaboo said that she heard that Mary started a sketchy Worthy Up LLC where she sells community and connections, all the buzzwords that mean nothing, and she has no training. Very sketchy. Yeah, I don't understand the Worthy Up thing. And as a speech language pathologist, I don't understand just the words worthy and up together. So it really kind of bugs me. I get it. It's just kind of, a play on words or like something trendy. And, like I know that the in thing now is if you have a new boutique that you put something that you wouldn't expect it to be with. So it would be like the plaid bird or, like that kind of juxtaposition of things that normally don't go together. So I don't know if that I don't understand the worthy up thing personally, but I do applaud her for doing something to I mean, I'm thinking it's stemming from I know she is in a therapy, and so I'm thinking it's stemming from that and a way for her to try to get healthy and separate. Anything to separate from Cody and to have her be financially independent, I think is great. And the B&B I think is all legit in that, but I think some of the retreats that she does are so way overpriced that I don't know if that's a great business model. Um, you can cook an egg between comments. I know, Lori. I'm so sorry. Oh, goodness. German Shepherd lady. Cody doesn't want another man on the show regularly. Preach. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Robin was empathetic. I think that's a word you were looking for when Robin was lying. Possibly. I forgot what I said already. Probably right. All right. All right. If Cody ever wanted to be a brunette, would it be better if he used hair dye or soy sauce? Becky, you killed me. All right. What's the story behind your channel name? That's a good question, Carrie. Um, I started this channel. I had not told anybody. I hadn't told my husband. I didn't tell my kids. I didn't tell anybody. I just thought it all started. And this was a question that somebody put in the community tab. "Oh, how did this get started? Why did you get started?" I think it's because this season, last season too, but this season even more so, I just felt like throwing everything that was nearby at the television. I could not believe I had so much that I wanted to say back, and I do not know one person who watches Sister Wives. Not one. Not one. So I'm like, who am I going to talk to about this? Nobody. Every now and then I kind of mention it in passing to my husband, and he's like, okay, whatever. Um, but yeah, so I thought it would be fun to just get it out. I didn't plan on this becoming as big as it is and taking up so much of my time. I'm like, oh, it'll take an hour a week and just like post a reaction and all that. But it's kind of taken on a life of its own and sucking up the majority of my week. So I have to figure out how to pare back and all that over time. It's a work in progress because it's only been a few months, but um, the name Senior Perspective came because I'm like, well, it's just gonna be on Sister Wives, and then I thought, well, or is it? Like, maybe if nobody's really that interested in Sister Wives, there's other shows that I watch too. I like Vanderpump Rules, I like Welcome to Plathville, I like Seeking Sister Wives. Um, what else? And then I mean, Amazing Race, I always watch those because that's my favorite competition show. I don't watch any of the other competition shows anymore. Um because they're all too much the same, but I think I enjoy the travel aspect. And there's always a team that I'm rooting for that I really like that you can just tell are good people from the get go. So you can root from the whole time, as opposed to like Survivor, where somebody seems really good, but then they backstab and and I don't like all that going back and forth. And the challenges are all the same. So anyway, um, I didn't know if it was just going to be Sister Wives. So I was trying to think of another name. And then I thought, it's silly of me to think that I can post anything and compete with 20-year-olds. Like, it's just not my niche. I hope 20-year-olds watch this, and I know some of you are, and you're like, "You're the age of my parents," and I'm like, "Yay, I'm glad you're watching." Um, but I just thought, I stay in your lane, Jenny. Stay in your lane. And that was a question somebody else had. Do you mind asking how old you are? I don't mind at all. I'm 55. But I feel 24. Um, and so I'm technically a senior. And I thought, well, let me just stay in it. And maybe if it doesn't take off, maybe I'll do like products that I like or things that I enjoy doing as a senior or places I go. I don't know. Like I really didn't know what it was going to be. I really didn't. I didn't expect the Sister Wives part of it to blow up as it did. But I'm thrilled about it, which is why just recently you may notice that the channel name is actually changed to Senior Perspective on Sister Wives, because I figured that way, as people are searching and looking for things, they can um, see the Sister Wives at the end and realize this is Sister Wives. And that's also why I created my sub channel, which some people asked about that in the community tab too. Where did the traders reviews go? And where did the other Vanderpump? I moved all of my traders reviews and my Vanderpump Rules reviews to my second channel, my sub channel, which is called Reality TV Breakdown. And it's now the link is now in my, is it the bio, I think, that's underneath your name. And I'm trying to remember to put it in all of the descriptions of every video as well, so that it's easy for people to click on, because it's a new name. It's not going to come up in the search for a while until it really starts to grow. So so yeah, so that's where Senior Perspective came from, because I figured I'm a senior and this is my perspective. And I thought that would help by saying, "This is my perspective." I thought that might help people from saying, "No, you're wrong." Like some little detail every now and then I'll say something and they'll be like, "No, it was in the summer, not in the thing. Do you watch the show?" Like snarky comments like that that just aren't necessary. I thought this would help get rid of all of them. It didn't get rid of all of them, but maybe it's gotten rid of a portion of them. And then there's a YouTuber who I watch every now and then. Let's see, what's her name? Cozy Gaming Mom does Sister Wife reviews, and she might do other reviews too. I think she might do video reviews. I think she's a gaming person, but she does Sister Wives, and she has a little disclaimer at the beginning that I'm gonna message her and tell her I'm stealing, which basically says, "This is just my opinion. I'm just sharing what I think. This is not facts. This is for entertainment purposes only. Hope you enjoy." And I'm like, I don't know if that's exactly how she puts it, but however she puts it, I'm like, I should put that at the beginning of every video, just like she does, to help, remind people as they're watching it. This is just for fun, people. I mean, crazy fun. It drives us mad, but yet, I mean, it's an addiction. The word fun is debatable. All right, so that's the whole story. That's the whole story behind it. Do you think Robin and her kids will participate more in the show? I don't think Robin will, but I bet she'll force her kids to. And I bet that she's going to force a clause that says they get paid. That's what I think. I think we're going to see more of them. I think we're going to see more ear piercing and more manicures and pedicures and watching paint dry scenes with her kids that nobody cares about whatsoever, for them to get more money. That's my prediction. I don't know. I don't know if we'll ever know for sure, but I know that the other kids didn't get paid on the show. But I don't know if now, because McKelty's featured a little bit more. I This is what they start to do when they're hungry. It's like, well, let's tussle together and play. Um, I don't know if now that McKelty is over 18 and an adult, if she's getting paid for the time they're on. I would really love to know that because I know the kids never did. Because what TLC did, and they did the same thing with the Duggar family, not the Darger, but the Duggar, the 19 kids and counting Duggars. Um, TLC paid the parents a flat sum for the season that was a family amount, and it was up to the parents to divvy it up appropriately, which is terrible, and it's gotta be against some child labor law kind of things or whatever, but that's how they handled it, and Cody and Jim Bob Duggar, same people, did not disseminate that money to their kids, kept it. Mhm. Which is why now you start to see gifting from them. Jim Bob Duggar will all of a sudden give a house or a vacation to Hawaii for a honeymoon or like these random things to the kids because of the hundreds of thousands of dollars they're out from all the millions of dollars that he kept. And I think the same thing's happening with Cody. And I think that's why Gwendolyn got that paycheck that people kept saying. All of a sudden, Cody gave her a bunch of money and now she's not saying anything negative about Cody anymore. I think he did it because she just spoke up and approached him and said, "This is how many seasons I was on, and so I need some money." And so he's like, "Okay, here." Hush money, basically, is what they're both doing now to make up for it, in my opinion. But I do know that that's how they did pay them, and I think that's wrong. All right. Um, it just dawned on me recently that Robin and Cody literally spend 24/7 together because they don't have jobs to go to every day. Mhm. They're both a lot to handle, so I can't imagine being in that house either. I could not imagine being in that house, especially as claustrophobic as it is to be in there. It's dark, it's cluttered, it's messy. Ugh. And Cody likes things organized. That's what blows my mind. He always said he loved being at Mary's house because she was the organized one. And Christine said when Cody was coming over, she always knew things had to be in a certain spot and organized. Like he likes things organized. So how he deals with living in that house with Robin, I don't know. But they did manage to clean up for the talkbacks, didn't they? I mean, the counters were all cleaned up. Hello from Indonesia. Oh gosh, what time is it in Indonesia? All right. Purple said, of all the professionals I thought I wanted to react to sister wives, such as lawyers, therapists, psychologists, I never would have said speech pathologists. However, your take is the most insightful. How nice of you. I appreciate that. I do enjoy watching Pop Psych when Allison is on with him because Allison knows Sister Wives. And when he comments without Allison, he always says things that are wrong because he never watched it until just like this season, maybe last season. He doesn't have the back history and he's always saying, just interpreting things wrong. He just recently did, and I like him. Don't get me wrong, but he just recently did a video on an episode from the past, and some of the things he was saying, I'm just watching it going, "No, but that's not true. Don't say that." So, I almost never catch anybody live, which is why I'm tickled pink that you're all here live. I always end up watching the recorded version after it gets posted, so I never have a chance to, like, write and say, "No, no, 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 that's not how it is." He was very sympathetic to Robin in a situation he shouldn't have been. That's all I remember from it. But when Allison is with him, she's seen them all. So she sets him straight. So that's another channel I subscribe to. And there's a bunch of them that I subscribe to. Southeast Idaho. And you talk like that too. Okay. That's how I speak. Everyone over enunciate every letter and word usually when they're talking. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. My son-in-law is from Idaho, but I don't think it's south. I don't know where. Nampa, something like that, somewhere around there. Can I please have a hug? Of course you can. Here you go, Haley. Haley the hedgehog. I love that name. Today's been rough and I had a horrible week and I'm very angry and I just need a hug. Oh, you get kisses too. It's gonna get better. Every time it gets really bad like that, the sun always shines the next day. Everything will be better tomorrow. Promise. And I do hope things work out for you. Keep me apprised. All right. So excited for the Sister Wives book club. I just finished reading on my own and have been waiting for community to discuss it with. Yay! Yes, Dave Chappelle lives there. Ah, very good. All right. Keep getting a 3-minute warning. I know. I know. All right. Let's see. Um, there's got to be a way that I can. Oh, I thought all I had to do was click on the 3 buttons. John just did a super chat and I want to get it on the screen. I thought they said just click on the 3 buttons, but all I have my options are report, remove, put the user in timeout, hide the user, and add as a moderator. Those are my only choices. All right, I'm going to have to look into that too. All right, how to post a super chat. I don't want to waste all your time by me sitting here playing with settings and just being quiet. So I'm writing this all down. This is what this is all about. So we don't have to do this during the book club. John, thank you for the super chat. That really means a lot to me. It does. I'm using the super chat money. I'm going to buy myself a microphone. I did buy myself a microphone. I'm going to buy myself a mic stand because the microphone I got is a it's like the best cheap one you can buy. I did a lot of YouTube research. What's the best cheap microphone I can buy? And I found the best cheap one, but it comes on a stand. And when I saw reviews, it sounds so much better when it's close to your mouth. So, um, and it'll be good for my speech therapy too, because I do speech therapy in this room as well. So, um, thank you, John. Here's to his sister wives in real life. I appreciate you. I really do. Thank you. Thank you. Um, yes, east of Phoenix. I thought so. I think my brother and sister-in-law had a second home there for a while. They lived in Alaska, and I think that's the city. I never got there. They ended up selling it, and now they're in Scottsdale. But I thought, and then we never because I never got a chance to actually visit it myself. Sometimes it's hard for me to remember where cities are. Did anyone notice that Robin always tries to make her voice sound childlike in the early episodes? Yes, Becky. Did you see I talked about that in one of my videos? I don't remember which one, but somebody can write it down below, and 3 minutes later we'll find out when it is. But I have recently talked about that. And I'm like, maybe nobody's picking this up because I'm a speech therapist, and so I'm kind of just in tune to that kind of stuff, but it drives me crazy, her baby talk. She just talks like this when she talks, and she, like, juts her chin out and, and looks around and talks like this, like, in the whole group, not just, like, with Cody and that, but, like, in the when they're all sitting in the group together, like it's like nails on a chalkboard to me because she doesn't talk like that now. So she didn't need to talk like it back then. Maybe she was learning maybe that was her keep sweet voice that she had. And I'm so glad she doesn't have it anymore. All right. Maybe she wanted to give the impression she was so youthful. That could be because it was like a baby talk, like she was so young. Ugh. Just scrapping. Thanks for the money. I'll use it for scrapbooking. No, I won't. I'll use it for this channel. I appreciate you. Thank you. Just scrapping I'm pretty sure you're in Florida, right? She's a scrapbooker. I'm a scrapbooker too. It's one of my other side jobs. Um, Parents and kids all use I and me wrong almost all the time. Cody and I. Yes. Yes. At least they don't say eyes. Have you noticed? This is the new trend that kids are doing. Like we have the like trend where every third word is like constantly. That drives me nuts. Now everyone's saying eyes. I apostrophe S. Like it's a word. And Janelle did do it the other day on a video. So in one of my videos in the past, you'll hear me point it out. But I heard Robin do it once, like a long time ago. And it may have even, I think it was probably before I even started making videos. And then Janelle did it. I don't know if it was in the talkbacks or, more recently. And I was so disappointed. But generally, I don't hear anyone in the Brown family do it. So I'm grateful because that is a trend that is very difficult for somebody who works with grammar and language to listen to. All right. Crossover with the Duggars, Michelle has the same soft voice. Yes, yes, I think it's that Keep Sweet voice because you notice in the Duggars, all the girls talk like that. They all talked like that when they were growing up. They just learned, and I read that or I heard that somewhere that they teach you that because 'cause they're part of AUB too, but they're not the AUB sect that has polygamy, but they're also in the AUB. Um, and that whole I think that keep sweet and use the sweet voice at all times, because she would parent that way too, Michelle Duggar, like, "Okay, it's time for sitting in the corner because you were a bad boy," just always using this sweet voice. And I'm not for like screaming at kids by all means, but it's this, yeah, yeah. It's a voice that they learn and then just use all the time. So it could be that she learned that, but I'm glad she grew out of it because none of the other sister wives have it. Um, you haven't been able to see anyone's comments in 15 minutes. I don't know why. They're still scrolling on mine. So Lori, just I don't know, maybe I don't, maybe hit a refresh. That could be. Um, Lori, that happens to me sometimes. Go out of live chat, come back in. Thank you, Amy. He has a past. Yes. Oregon. Hello, Oregon. I have not been there since I was a kid, but that is a beautiful state. Um, yeah, can't be kind. Yeah, Robin always acts like she knows everything, doesn't she? Honest to goodness. Oh my gosh, there's so many people, so many. I am overwhelmed right now. I did not expect this. I Oh my word. It's making my eyes water. I I'm overwhelmed. I just realized how far behind I am in all these chats because wow. Okay. All right. Thank you. I don't even have words. I didn't expect this kind of response. I didn't. I was just happy that somebody would show up so I could test my equipment. So bless you all. Bless you. We need to do this more often. Thank you for being here. Um Okay, let me catch back up. I'm sorry. North Sweden is here? I just saw I think I saw Australia too. I have a bunch of people from Australia that watch me. Australia likes sister wives, don't y'all? North Sweden. Hello. Good to see you there. Berit, is that how you pronounce your name? I think that's a cool name. All right. Don't edit out your giggles. All right. Well, I do take some of them out because I feel like they're kind of annoying, but all right, I won't as much. All right. All right. Sam Stewart, I'm glad you're here live too. Um, well, remember when you missed the eye in perspective and you oh goodness, Purple, you've been here for a long time. Yes. Were you the one that pointed it out to me? So I have on every video I do, I have someplace really small, just senior perspective. Just very small. You probably aren't even gonna see it on the little thing, but I just feel like, kinda like my little branding. I don't have like a anyway, I kept cutting and pasting it onto all the videos, and when I did the very first one, I forgot to put the eye in more perspective. So for all these videos and then I couldn't go back and edit it. So on the first few videos, you'll notice there's like a little blur thing that kind of moves around that tries to cover up where it says senior I can blur it out. I could add that through the YouTube editor. But once it goes into YouTube editor, it saves it all as like one file. All the separate parts are no longer separate parts when I take it because I do everything on just iMovie on my MacBook. So yes, purple. That's so funny. Oh, Lori, I watched every one of your episodes and recaps. From the first one, thank you. Gosh, that means a lot. I see a bunch of foreign language letters. Hello and welcome. I see the waves. I don't know what you said, but welcome. And I'm excited that you're here, wherever you're coming from. All right. Cody and Robin are not aging well. Uh-huh. Preach. Yeah. Isn't it amazing how the sister wives are glowing up majorly? All 3 of them look 10 years younger than they did 10 years ago, which is like a 20-year flip. I mean, yeah, they are. And Robin looks 30 years older than she did when she joined the show. No joke. If you look at those first episodes, right before they got married, and then look at her now, it looks like a 30-year. All right. When is the book club? That's a good question, Len. I am 100% not sure. When the book gets here, I'm gonna establish it. This is my biggest fear. I was gonna set it, like, last week for sometime this week, and I still don't have the book. I need to go find the tracker on that and see where it is. Um, do you think they'll all go after Coyote Pass? German Shepherd lady, this is the one part that drives me even crazy. Yeah, bothers me even more than Cody's language. And that is the fact that he's stealing all these women's money. That Coyote Pass property just made me so angry that he's talking about, well, this is your parcel. This is your parcel. All the parcels have his name on them. He has 50% of everything. Plus, now he has the Cody parcel, which is the family parcel, which makes no sense. There's a whole separate video on that. But the bottom line is, the way he's been just skimming off the top of these women for all these years, I would do anything. If they did a GoFundMe for a forensic accountant to come in and go through their books and figure it all out, I'm donating. 100% I'm donating. No joke. No joke. I just want somebody to go, and I want Janelle to stick it to him. I want her to hire a lawyer and get in there and get what's hers. Christine, she's wiped her hands of it and she's moved on. That's fine. Her man, he makes good money. Like, he owns like a drywall company and makes really good money. They're fine. And she was fine just washing her hands. That was a question that was actually posted to me in the community tab. Do you really believe that Christine walked away or that Cody just took the property from her and all that? I really believe Christine was done. Like, she was done. Like, put a fork in it. It's done. And she wanted out with no ties at all. So she's like, I got the house, you get Coyote Pass, and we don't even need to communicate at all anymore except for getting truly back and forth. So I do believe that she was ready to be done with it. Will she regret it over time? I don't know. I think they're still doing fine. Is Mary still with Amos? You know what? He hasn't been on any of her social media, but there's been nothing that said they're not together anymore. So I don't know. All right. Christine having a B&B. I saw that in the Moab desert. They're in Moab where she got married. They got a B&B. Yeah. Do you think Christine, they didn't seem thrilled with the idea on the show and Mary wanted to do it, in my opinion, anyway. Don't get me wrong. I love Christine, but just curious. I think Christine wasn't excited. Well, no, I remember I just saw this recently. Christine came right out and said she was in support of it when they were meeting together. So maybe before that she was questioning it, but when Mary, like, presented it and all that, Christine was the first sister wife to speak up and say, "I understand the significance of this to you. I understand, and I'm in support of the family fund funding it." And then, um, Robin said she's supporting of it. Janelle said, "I just need to look at the numbers a little bit, but I understand it and I totally support you, Mary, and I get it. And if we can do it, then I'm all for it." And Cody was the one that was dragging his feet on that B&B. And then I need to go back and watch the next episodes after that because I think that's when she found a way to fund it all by herself without the family fund. All right. Just scrap and thank you for the $1.99 chat. 112 in the chat. Oh, there's 112 people in the chat. I don't know how to do that either. There's a button here. I'm so scared of kicking you all out and hitting the wrong button. But when I was like looking at all the YouTube videos, they made it look like the platform had more information on it than what I'm seeing. Stream. Oh, wait. Maybe this is it. If I click stream, you don't have access to this feature. Okay. Oh, but there at the top, I see 113 people. God bless you all. I'm just touched. I'm so touched. All right. Hit the thumbs up. Thanks, just scrapping. All right, let me scroll down to some of these super chats here. I feel like there's a way that I can just pull all the super chats out to read them. I know there's a way. Um, if I do this? That helps me pin a chat. I don't want to do that. All right. I don't want to waste all your time with me just playing around here, but pop up dashboard. Let me try that. Nope, that's not it. Although chat, oh, yeah. Wow. Let me see if I can change it here. It does say chat rate 3. So that must mean switch account. No. Sign out. No. Share. No. Add stream marker. No. Insert an ad. No, I don't want to do that. No, there's no place in here to do it. I apologize. I'm sorry there's a 3-minute delay. I really am. Channel level settings. Let me just try one more thing. Monetization. Recommend I cancel. You want to discard your changes? Okay. That didn't do anything. I'm so sorry. Share my screen? Nope, that's not working either. Cancel. I don't see any other button to click on here. I don't see another option. Okay, my apologies. Let me go back. I will just scroll through on my own. I definitely want to hit these super chats because I'm overwhelmed by the fact you guys are sending me super chats. I don't get it all. Lynn Skinner. Aw, thank you. Let's celebrate their first super on a live stream. Yay! Lynn, this is your first super on a live stream. Is that what it says? That's what popped up down below. Thank you. I'm honored that it's on my channel. Thank you so much. Shannon. Shannon Katore. Is that how you pronounce it? 299 super chat. How kind of you. How kind. I like the little waving guy. It looks like he has a leaf for a head. That's so cute. I love that. I don't even know how you guys are doing these super chats. Oh, that's a question somebody had in the thing. They said, "Okay, you're about the age of my parents, I think." Who was that? I think it was Ashley who wrote it. I'm pretty sure Ashley writes on every single one of my comments. She's like, "Yeah, you're about the age of my parents, and my dad can't even figure out how to use a cell phone. So how are you figuring this out?" I'm not clearly because you all are on a 3-minute delay, and I want to get you off of it, and I don't know how to do that. And I also want to just pull the super chats out so I make sure I don't miss any. And I know there's a way to do that, but I'm not seeing it here. So clearly, I'm not technologically savvy. But I have been online teaching in 2 different companies. So I use 2 different platforms, teaching kids English in China. And then I started a YouTube channel back then to recruit teachers because they gave you like a $50 payback of somebody. So I had this whole channel explaining what's involved in teaching these kids in channel, what the requirements are, et cetera, et cetera. And then I had ongoing videos on that channel helping new teachers get started and get going and so on and so forth. So, so that got me familiar with YouTube a little bit by having that channel. And then having those 2 different platforms made me familiar with kind of being online. Um, so, so that's how I semi I'm glad you think that I'm proficient at this, but I'm not. Well, I'm learning. All right. Crafty lady, $20. I'm just, I'm verklempt. I need to go back. I don't know how some of them let me like it and some of them I can't like it. If you have a super chat, I just want you to know I would like it if I could, but some of them give me the ability to do it and some of them don't, and I don't know why. And it doesn't seem to have anything to do with like the price point or anything. It's just the way it's set up. I don't know why. Um, but I love you all. Thank you. I've said it enough times. I won't keep saying it, but I'm touched. Crafty lady, I just got here, so starting from the beginning, just wanted to say I love your channel. Thank you, crafty lady. Oh, crafty. Oh, just scrapping. Where are you from? Because it's crafty Florida lady who likes scrapbooking in Florida. So now just scrapping. I don't know where you're from. I can't. I'm putting 2 and 2 together here. This is also why I call it senior perspective because when I can't come up with the right words or I forget things, I can just go senior brain and I get a pass. At least I do it with my kids all the time. They're like, "What are you talking about, mom?" I'm like, "Senior brain. Don't make fun of me. It's not nice. I'm a senior." All right. Thank you. Thank you very much, crafty lady. Shannon Couture, thank you for yours. You love my channel. I like yours too. This is your third super chat on a live stream. It says down below your comment. So look at you. Y'all are better than me. I haven't even done my first. I haven't even been able to figure out how to go about doing it. So um, that's amazing. All right, let me go back and catch some of these. You know what? Let me go over to some of the questions that you have asked, and I will try to quickly go through some of the answers of them. Um, we talked about Robin and her kids, and so that was like one of the questions. Cody's speech, driving people crazy. We talked about that. Um, we talked about Christine. Did she give up her stake in Coyote Pass? We talked about that. Did you follow the career path you always wanted to do? Did you always want to work with kids? Um, what are your thoughts on the sister wives and the mothering of their children? I did always want to work with kids. Ever since I was a small child, very small, and my whole life growing up, whenever somebody said, "What do you want to do when you grow up?" I always said, "I want to be a mommy." I always mothered dolls. I just always wanted to be a mommy. I don't know why. So, but I did. And so when I chose a career, and my mother used to my mother used to say, she always says that and she never mentions getting married. And of course, when I was growing up, we're talking in the 70s, right? So, my so yeah, back in that time, it was like, I just wish she would once mention she wants to get married. I did get married before I had my 3 kids and became a mommy. I'm still a mommy, even though they're in their 20s now. So I chose a career in speech language pathology. I wanted to be a child psychologist, actually. That was my original career path, but I didn't do it because I thought it was too gray and ambiguous. And I wanted to go into a career where there was more like, this is a right answer, this is a wrong answer kind of thing, because I'm much more of a left brain person than I am a right brain person. I'm not as creative as I am analytical. I enjoy balancing a checkbook. I still balance my checkbook. Yeah, it shows you I'm a senior. But I find pleasure in it. So I am more left brained, and I thought I can't do child psychology because it's too ambiguous, and there's too many possible answers. And then I feared being with a child who would get worse because of me. Like, it's just that fear of doing it wrong and hurting somebody. And I thought, how can you hurt somebody in speech therapy? I had a speech therapist when I was in elementary school because I could not pronounce my R's. So I was familiar with what that person did. And as a kid, I remember thinking, she has the coolest job in the world. She just like plays games and has stickers all day long. Infinite amount of stickers. What a great job. Obviously, way more than that. But so yes, I did always want to work with kids, and that's why I went into speech therapy. For a very short minute, I did some PRN work in nursing homes, kind of during those years when I was getting back into speech therapy. Um, and I think I would enjoy that now. Like, I really enjoyed them. It's just PRN work is hard because every system is different and there's nobody there to hold your hand or teach you. They expect you to just jump in and do it. And the billing is so different. And that I didn't enjoy it because I always felt like I was having to ask an OT or a PT or another speech therapist or somebody to help guide me on how to do the billing and how to do the coding and all that stuff. And then you go to a new facility and it's different again. And so I stopped doing it. Um, When they moved to Vegas, they could have built one home. I believe this was the family's second mistake. What do you think? I think they couldn't. I think that, um, if I recall correctly, there were some building codes in Vegas that didn't permit them to build a house that big. And if they did and they wanted to make it look like just sort of a mansion kind of thing, they just didn't have the funds to be able to build that. So their next best thing, which I think was the best thing, was the situation they had on the cul-de-sac, private cul-de-sac with a gate at the end of it. They had their own gated community there. Oh, I can't believe they left it. I will tell you that I remember when we were watching those episodes and he first started going there. By this point, I didn't like Cody already. And when he made the decision that they were just gonna go, and I couldn't there was no rational reason for it, none. Like, he was offering nothing as to why. And he just kept saying, "Where one goes, we all go. Like, we're all just gonna," it is what it is, and the decision has been made. And I just thought, "This is gonna be a fail, and I can't wait." It was just terrible to think because that affects the kids and the wives and that too, but I just wanted him to get it because he just believed that this was the right thing, and no justification, nothing to support his argument. It really bothered me. All right. Um, let's see, where are we? Gosh, there's so many people. There's still over 100 people in here. Oh my goodness. All right, we are an hour and a half into this? Are you kidding me? Okay, I'll quickly try to I'm so sorry. Are you all sick of me? We should probably cut this pretty soon here, right? Um, Let me just glance over quickly and see if there's questions that are like brand new that I hadn't seen. Um, uh, I remember feeling that right before they moved from Vegas, so much so that I freaking stopped watching because I remember that there was one scene in one of the shows where they were, yeah, right, Michelle? Okay. Temiluhu, you look great. Thank you. You're 53. You know what? There's a lot of people who are in their 50s on this channel. So I think that the term senior perspective really did. And I've had comments from people who subscribed who said my channel kept getting recommended to them over and over again, but they never clicked on it because they didn't want to hear what a senior person had to say. And then they finally did. And they're like, I love your channel. And you don't look like you're a senior. And they've all told me I need to change the name of it. But you know what? I just feel like it is what it is. I'm not going to pretend that I'm something I'm not. I'm a senior. It is what it is. All right. Christine, you're over 70. Oh, I share a lot of your opinions and frustrations. I love your memorabilia clips. You're entertaining. Thank you very much. Very much. Um, when you're 55 too. See what I said? I mean, there's a lot of us. There's a lot of us in the 50 and over club here. Oh, I see the word Defiance, Ohio here. Um, I love your perspective. My name is Kathleen um, from Defiance, Ohio. Oh, yes, Defiance. Defiance, Ohio. I think of Defiance when I think of, did you ever see the show Scandal? It was on ABC. It was a drama about like the fixer person who fixes all the problems in the presidency, kind of, like a press agent kind of thing, but they're kind of called a fixer. Um, is a really good series, really good. And I'm not huge into dramas, but Scandal was great. You will be addicted if you haven't seen it. Anyway, it's based on election rigging in Defiance, Ohio, and it's all fiction. So Ohio's not corrupt, but anyway. All right. I think YouTube just sponsored me for no good reason. I don't even know what that means. You like Pop Psych too? Yeah, he doesn't always know the background. Yeah, unfortunately. 56, Gen X survivors. May we go another 30 years. 40 years. What am I talking about? All right. Karen, thank you for the sweet comment. Um, I'm trying to read these really fast and then go because I know you all probably want to go to bed. Michelle, so funny. She said, "Maybe the nanny cleaned the house, and maybe that's what the nanny did." What does the nanny do? Now we know. Finally, the nanny's cleaning the house because the nanny hadn't been cleaning the house for a long time. She really needs a maid is what she needs. All right. How much could I donate? I don't even know, Aaron Games. I honestly, I'm clueless there. All right. Name a card for an edit. I don't know what that means. But thank you for the comment. Duggars are IBLP. You're right. They're not AUB. They're IBLP. My bad. They sound the same, don't they? AUB, IBLP. It's like ABCDE. You're right. My bad. Um, yeah. Thank you for answering the book question. You're welcome. Fred wrote a long comment with no punctuation and like all the way through the sentence. Someone responded, like, I can't understand what you wrote. It was hysterical. Oh, yeah. Somebody wrote a long thread with a bunch of likes in it, and the other comment to it was, like, I don't understand what you said. That is pretty funny. What is with the likes? I will say, I have one daughter who still uses them way too much. Um, I'm still hopeful. She also mispronounced her R's, so you got to pick your poison. Her R's are good now. So, we finally got that ironed out, and then all of a sudden, here's this whole like, and I feel like I have been harassing her about her R's for so long. It's that they say that teachers can't teach their kids, and doctors have a hard time giving medicine to their kids, and pastors' kids go awry. That it's hard for a speech therapist to do speech therapist with your own kid, but in the state of Ohio, if your speech impediment does not impact your educational performance, you don't qualify for services. So she didn't qualify for any speech services at the school. And I could have looked into private therapy, but I thought, I have a master's degree in it. I'll just work with her. So it's very inconsistent and spontaneous. We never sat down and worked on it, but I got it. I got it worked out. So now the like is the next thing. Although she's off, she doesn't live in the house anymore. So all right. Please hit the like for Jenny. How nice of you. Thanks for answering. I got Christine and John mixed up in the B&B situation. Oh, okay. Yeah, very good. Um, let's see. Also, if there's somebody here, I don't know where I saw before, there was somebody that was from Australia. So hello, and I'm sorry I can't find it at all anymore. Um, if there's somebody who wants to be a moderator in the near future to like just kind of keep an eye on the chat, because when I'm doing the book club, I'm not going to be look. Oh, this is great. This is not. Yeah. Okay. I have a cat walking across my desk. Get down. You know better. Yeah, you know better. All right. This is means we need to go because they're hungry. Um, I'm going to be reading the book. So if a lot of I do have this setting set that if it looks like spam is coming through from somebody, it'll just take it out. And I do have it set that like people who use bad words, that's going to be taken out too. So there's that. But then other things in terms of like if somebody comes in and starts saying snarky things to other people, I don't want that. I just want us all to be able to communicate with each other and be nice. So just let me know and I can set you up as a moderator, which just all it means is you're in the chat just like everybody else, but you have the ability to silence or put somebody in timeout. I don't even know what that means, but you can just delete the chat. So if somebody wants to do that, just let me know and I'll get you set up to do that when we start doing our book club. Good evening. Hello, son Steve. Furrow, thank you for the comment. It's in another language. Love from Pakistan. Pakistan. My goodness. That blows my mind. All right. Hello from Florida. Oh, I'm so jealous. Love your perspective. How very kind of you. I will say we've had a very mild in Ohio, a very mild winter, so I can't complain. Hello from Alaska, Caribou woman. Uh, Truth is Coyote Pass can build on before it could be built on before it was paid off. Oh, I didn't know that. So he was lying. Huh, interesting. Interesting. I've been to Alaska a lot. My mother-in-law lived there. My husband spent his high school years there. So, yeah, I've probably been there about 4 or 5 times. My husband did the Fireweed 400 race, I think 3 or 4 times. And we went down to Valdez once. My in-laws had a little cabin in Clam Gulch. Have any of these sound familiar to you, Alaska? And yeah, so the Fireweed 400 is starts in Palmer. So Palmer is where I got a cabin for our family for a few days. So I was there too. So I've been a little bit around Alaska, and it's gorgeous. It is amazing to visit in the summer, where there is you don't see, it's like 3 hours of dark, so you're sleeping, or 3 hours of, yeah, 3 hours of dark, so you're sleeping during it. You don't ever see it. Sun is always shining. You popped up in my feed, and I just clicked. Oh, I'm in love with your sweatshirt. Oh, thank you. You want to know what's ironic? I don't drink coffee. But I like the shirt. I bought it for my daughter, and then I saw it in a pile of stuff that she wanted to go ahead and give to Goodwill at one point, and I'm like, "But you love coffee." So I took it and I'm wearing it. I'm glad it fit me. Um, but I love the sweatshirt, so I'm like, "Oh, I'm not gonna donate this one yet. I'll use it." I'm so glad I popped up in some people's feeds. This is amazing. Still over 100 people here. I think we're getting close to the end of the comments. I may have missed some though, and I feel bad about that. Cody should romance Mary and Christine straight to Flagstaff. 100%. You're right, Lori. I don't believe that. I believe he promised them the sun, the moon, and the stars. And then that's when Christine turned her tune. And then Mary was like, well, okay, because you've been ignoring me for ever since the catfishing thing. So if this is going to turn it around, then by all means. And then he got there and he ignored them all. All right. Don't change the name. Okay. Uh, let's see here. Kerry, oh, I love this show. Kerry Washington, Olivia. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Kerry Washington played Olivia. Kerry Washington was the fixer, but it was super good. Super good. One of the only series, it's a Shonda Rhimes series. So, I mean, she's in, I mean, she did Grey's Anatomy and so many other great shows. So, how to build a murder, what was that show? Anyway, I never watched that one, but she's an amazing writer, and Shonda Rhimes is, and she wrote Scandal, and it's so good. And one of the very, very, very few series I watched from beginning to end while it was on TV. Every now and then I'll hear about a great series, and like I'm doing with Yellowstone, I'm just like catching up and watching it now. But that one I watched, that was like must see TV every week. And I'm not a huge fan of scripted shows. So there you go. School speech therapy when we were kids is very different from today. Yeah, amen. Amen, sister. Like took the place of It did, and I like way better than like. I really do. I probably do too many ums. I'm probably the generation. Yeah. Uh, Pam is here. Hi, Pam. You're such a sweetheart. I'm happy I made your live. That's sweet of you to say. All right. Oh, I think when Dayton got in his accident with the ATV, I think it was in Burley visiting Christine's family. Is that true? Dayton was visiting Christine's family when he was in the accident? And so then he was there with Cody, because I know Cody was there. So, interesting, Michelle. If that's true, I did not know that. Maybe other people will know. I love that Pharaoh keeps commenting. I don't know what it says. It's not transcribing it for me, but there's always a happy face, and that makes me happy. Um, they need a forensic audit. Yes, preach. Love from Pakistan. Hello, Pakistan. I cannot believe you're in here. I don't think I missed many of your videos. In fact, I forward to them. Oh, thank you. I hope you all forward them as well. Let's get this channel to grow more. And while I'm on it, before I read the last of these, and I promise this is ending, um, if you all can just go to my sub channel and subscribe to help the count go up. I'm not going to get monetized for a while because you need to have like, I don't remember what it was, 4,000 hours of watch time. But you also need 1,000 subscribers. By the time I get 4,000 hours of watch time, I'll probably have 1,000 subscribers anyway. But that's where I'm going to do Seeking Sister Wives is on that sub channel of mine. I don't know why we call it sub channel. It's really just a second channel. But Reality TV Breakdown is the name of it. And so Seeking Sister Wives is starting up in March. So it's coming up here soon. And I'm going to do reviews of that show. Um, And then I don't know what else, but right now I'm doing Vanderpump Rules and The Traitors, which okay, all of you who are not watching The Traitors are missing out. If you're like me, I'm like, listen, The Traitors is my demographic. I think I like it because I am the standard women. I remember my daughter worked in television. Women from the ages of 30 to 50 love Dateline 2020, 60 Minutes, 48 Hours, all of them, right? True crime. We love those shows. And this show, the traders are reality TV stars from Bravo or CBS, some of the challenge ones. They're just all and not only that, there's also people who are just famous other ways. There's a politician from London, there's a boxer, there's a drag queen. So there's a little bit of other characters too. The majority of it's reality TV stars. And they're all in a castle in Scotland. And there's traders that kill somebody every night with a letter. Um, but everybody on the cast is trying to figure out who are the traitors and try to vote them out. Or do they vote out one of the non-traitors, which are called faithfuls? And I mean, that may sound hokey. It's good. And what it's also good about it is it makes me smile. Every single time I watch it, it makes me smile. So if you don't want to watch it, somebody told me they don't have access to it, but they enjoyed watching my reviews. I do put the faces of the people I'm talking about on it so that you can follow along. So maybe just go start watching episode one of the Traders reviews and see. And that might, if you do have access to it, encourage you to go back and start watching them. It's a good show. Good show, good show. I did not expect it. There's a couple people here in my chat on this channel who said, "Are you going to start reviewing Traders?" I'm like, "Yeah, I don't think so." It's actually called The Traders, but anyway. So that's where those reviews are. And I've been watching Vanderpump Rules since, I mean, I really watched all the Housewives shows when they all first came out. And then I've tapered off of most of them over the years. But Vanderpump Rules, I have not missed an episode of that. So I do that review too. All right. I think we're getting near the end. Uh, can I ask any question? I mean, as long as it's appropriate. As long as you're not gonna get my channel to get shut down, then then okay. Hi from Chicago. Chicago I've not been to since I was a kid, and I regret not taking my kids. I took my kids lots of different cities. We would just do like almost like one tank trip kind of things. We'd go to Pittsburgh, we go to Detroit, we go to Niagara Falls, and like Cleveland's so close to so many cities and states, and of course we'd add St. Louis, and then we'd go further ones where we fly to. But Chicago has always been on my list. But my kids all go to Chicago. It's not a requirement, but eighth grade you go to Washington D.C. for like 3 days, and in seventh grade they spend 2 days in Chicago. So it didn't push me as much to get over it, but I haven't gone as an adult, and I regret that. Not that I still can't, I still can, but now I need my kids were my travel buddies, so now I need to find somebody who'll go with me. My husband is not, he's a homebody, so he is not a big fan of travel. Oh man, I forgot. Oh, does that mean you just got here now? Listen, we're still going. It must be 10:40 there, isn't it past the senior's bedtime? Yes, it is. It's 10:50 now. Why is it still going? I'm almost at the end. I'm almost at the end. Yes, this is past senior's bedtime, 100%. Oh, I'm not even gonna lie about that because I have to get up and go to the bathroom so many times during the night that I need a good solid 9 hours because that gives me a good 7 to 8 of sleep. Lynn, you wanna be a moderator? Okay, wait, hold on. I think I can do it right now. Add as a moderator. Uh, I have 2 options now. Can manage blocked words and change chat modes in live, and also capability of standard mode. Can manage well, I'll just do standard. I don't know what that all means. Standard sounds normal. Okay. And Lori, you said you'd help out too. Okay. I can do it here. Standard moderator. Thank you too. Now you have to be at all my lives. You live in Palmer, Wasilla? Oh my gosh. And you worked as a speech pathologist in your school? Are you kidding? That's amazing, Caribou Woman. Oh my gosh. All right. Oh, I wonder if you ever came in contact with the Palin family. Aren't they up there too? I think so. All right. Oh, everyone's saying they would be a moderator. I don't know how many I need. You know what? I'm just going to say yes because I don't know who will be there. I don't, and I'll do you, Purple, too. Purple, you've been around forever. And as a moderator. Okay, thank you all. And I think just three little dots pop up next to the text then, so you can click on it and hit delete or something like that. I think it's pretty self-explanatory what to do. Everyone have a great night. Temaluhu, good night. Enjoyed your live chat. I'm so glad. It's so long. I can't believe it's still going on. Okay, I'm almost at the end. You have me hooked on traders. Who was it? I just a whole bunch of messages came through and it just pushed me way back. All right. Um, oh my gosh. Marty Ross, I was researching for a client's Medicaid nursing home legal on YouTube, and I thought your channel was about that and not fun sister wife stuff. See, this is the genius of me. I'm gonna get everybody else to like click on it who thinks, oh, I need to look up Medicaid, Medicare rules, and then I'm gonna hook them and get them into watching reality TV. All right, Lynn, I think I already put you as a moderator, didn't I? I think I did. Um, I think I did these already. I finally know how to cook. All right, I'll moderate it maybe. Okay. I think he did it to Janelle. They may have had a pretty functioning relationship, but I think he said we can be back completely to normal if you move to Flagstaff. Yeah. Yes, Michelle. Yeah. I think he snowballed them all. All right. Excuse my ignorance. Would somebody tell me what OG what OG means on Sister. OG means original, which is weird because why would O period G period stand for original? But it's the OG of something is like the first. So OG3 would be the first wives, the first. So that's why where OG3 comes from, or OG13 is it? Yeah, OG13 because isn't it six, and one would be the original kids. Hi, I read Jane. You enjoyed the channel. Thank you. Yeah, I'm actually missing traders to do this. So that is going to be what I have to do first thing tomorrow morning because this is after the senior's bedtime. No, I'm so pumped up from this. Can you tell I'm going strong? I'm probably going to watch traders tonight and take notes on it. All right. Um, original gangster. Okay. Yeah. That makes more sense. That's why it's O period G period. Original gangster, which means just the originals. I always think of it as just original. Um, I started to watch Traders because your reviews started with season one, so I can binge. Oh, now season one and season two are completely independent, so you don't have to go back to season one. And I haven't seen season one yet. I will someday watch it, but 3 p.m. from Australia. Shell, I didn't know you were in Australia. How did I not know that? Shell's a doll. All right, welcome. Um, How to Get Away with Murder. Yes, Michelle, that's the other Shonda Rhimes show. Um, she said it was good. I never saw it, but I know it had good ratings. Wisconsin. Hello, Wisconsin. Love me some cheese. All right. Hello from Mrs. Okay. I'm starting to see that you're showing up as moderators now, Lynn. I see the little moderator thing, so I guess it's working. Um, yes, I was their youth group leader. They went to our church. Caribou Woman. I feel like we just need to chat on the side. Oh my goodness. Oh, you must have so much you could say and share. Um, there is some spam comments in here. Oh, yearning for a smile. There are okay. Um, now that we have moderators, if you see spam comments, get rid of them because I'm kind of um oh, and I see Lori deleted a message. Okay, so it's happening. Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you. If somebody asks to be a moderator and you're not showing up as a moderator, just let me know again and I'll put you in. All right. Oh, German Shepherd. I'll moderate if needed. You know what? I'll just add your German Shepherd. I don't know. I mean, you can't have too many, right? By all means. The more help, the better. Original gangster. OG. Okay. Y'all are smarter than me. Senior brain. All right. How are you? Loving this live. We are almost done. We are so close. Hello, hello from Alabama. That's where the Duggars are from, right? Don't they live in Alabama? Katie, I'm in Alabama too. Look at this. I missed the start. I'm going to restart. Very good. Good on my end. We're working. Purple says, what do I do with my new power now? I'm not even sure what you get to do with your moderator power, but hopefully great things. It should come with like a stipend, don't you think? Oh, I think so. All right. I am overwhelmed. I know I missed a couple messages because I started panicking when I saw the clock. When it said 10:20, I was thinking in my head it was 9:20, like we started at 10. So this has been, we are exactly at 2 hours. Can you believe we did that? 2 hours. How fun was this? This is a good time. We have to do more of this. You know, y'all have to like put in my comments um ideas that you have for how you want me to do this live. Do you want me to just come up with like a topic and like we're going to talk Coyote Pass today and then we jump on live? So like we could have a set time once every week where we do this where we won't do 2 hours, but we'll do and like maybe an hour, 30 minutes to an hour depending on, you know, how the chat's going and like come up with a theme to talk about. We could do it also as a look, not a look back, but like a review starting with season one, episode one. Um, I guess we could do both of those because I don't have to do editing afterwards. So that's a possibility too, because it would just be the time commitment for me being here. So that's a possibility. So the next time I post a video, I think one may have gotten posted today. I try to get ahead and then schedule them to post every couple of days. Um, but at one of my, just go ahead and comment on there and give me ideas or suggestions, or you can write it in the community tab as well. All right, maybe I'll create a community post. That's what I'll do. I'll create a community post that says, what do you want me to do for our lives? Because I know you don't want them all to be just ask me anything and me just telling you what I think about everything, because that's going to get boring after a while, don't you think? I mean, I'm not that interested. But I'm touched that you're here. There's still over 100 people in this chat. You oh, I don't even have words. I don't have words. All right, we're gonna go. I'm gonna maybe post this if it recorded. This is again what we're trying to figure out. Hopefully it recorded and you can go back and rewatch this if you want to. And and I will try to figure out those other things. And if I can't figure it out, we might just do another Ask Me Anything or just let's get together and chat so that I can make sure that these things are working before the book club. So, but that might happen too. I don't know. A lot of to be determined. All right. Love to you all. Good night, everybody. Good night. Bye. 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 Good night. Good night. Good night. Roll Tide. Oh, good night. Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night. You did miss it, but I'll try to post it. Good night, and good night to you too. Good night. Good night. Good night, Jimmy Shepherd. Good night, Lori. You're earning a smile. Ah, you want to be a moderator too, because you know what to do. By all means. Okay. Lots of moderators. We are going to make sure that this stream is clean. All right. Maybe next week we'll do something else. We'll see. Bye.